Hello, good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is when you're tuning in. It's Lillian, and Sherene. Sherene is our resident mystic astrologer, all things amazing and wonderful, analyst, I don't even know, I talk about you forever. We're here because we want to give you a little forecast on the upcoming transits and movement that's coming up towards the end of this week, which is we're looking at June, like 10, 11, 12, 13, approaching the end of the week of June 5, right? So
yeah, because all the action's happening at the end of the week going into next week. So we want to get you
prepared
for what's coming. And we just had a little version of this ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah.
Neptune is about to retrograde, and we just had camera issues. Neptune rules cameras, by the way.
Does it really?
In video.
Oh yeah, because of projection and
projection, camera, videos.
Cool. I love it.
And some of the more ethereal side of technology, like Instagram, is very Neptune.
Oh right, of course, yeah.
Snapchat.
That's where there's so much facade and things like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It feels Neptune.
Yeah, it's very Neptune.
It's so Neptune.
And it goes away in 24 hours.
It's so Neptune.
Yeah, it's like it never happened.
Check it out. So interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot is going on. So the biggest thing happening, okay, so first of all, this Sunday on the 12th, this is the pocket astrologer, in case you're wondering what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you can get one.
These are awesome.
I'll get one.
They show you everything that's going on.
All right.
Little, pretty pictures and stuff. So anyway, Mercury's going to go into Gemini on Sunday. And we've had Mercury in Taurus for an eternity.
Since the beginning of April, right?
Yeah, right.
That's a long ass time.
I know, and because it was retrograde, it was even longer. And so Mercury's a little bit, Mercury and Taurus can be a little bit muddy in our head. It's very grounded. It's very, it helps us to slow down with our thinking process and get back in our body. So I had a lot of benefits, But now Mercury's going to be moving into his home sign of Gemini, where he's much happier, he's much more
because he's in his element.
He's in his element, he's in his home turf, and he's way more, up to speed. Like everything's going to move now.
Yeah, I just feel like more agile.
Very much so, and very flexible, and he's going to get us thinking again. So the thing is now we can expect that, first we should say that there's this wobble, what we call a wobble happening. That's what my astrology mentor used to call it, where we feel a little, because the planets are shifting, we start to feel like a little off because we have to readjust to new energy, right? So during this weekend, you may be feeling extra tired, extra spacey. Even this week, you might have felt that. A lot of people have been reporting feeling foggy.
Especially earlier in the week, for sure.
Yeah, brain fog with the Neptune station.
I literally had 2 snaps on Snapchat about brain fog. I'm like, I have so much brain fog. I'm making ginger tea,
Yeah, it's so foggy. I know, no matter how much coffee, on my 10th cup of coffee or something, it's still foggy. So we need extra sleep. We need extra soul time, spacing out time. You need that time where you can just stare at a wall or stare at a mountain or stare at the water or journal or watch a movie or read a good book. We need that kind of time where we're not in detail mode. So there's going to be a little bit of a competition happening this weekend where Mercury in Gemini is going to be all heady and all distracted and wanting to do a little bit of everything and all the sound bites and everything's so interesting and we're so curious about everything. And then the Neptune retrograding in Pisces, which is going to be let's just tune out, turn off the cell phone. I actually lost my cell phone today, which is also a very kind of Mercury switching signs, Neptune retrograde phenomenon, where it's the best thing with technology is that I was able to zoom in and see that it's sitting in a parking lot somewhere. I can see actually where it is, and I hope it doesn't get run over. But anyway, that's another story. This is very Neptune retrograde. So, with your iPhone, you can see exactly where something is. That's a good analogy for what we're going through right now. There's a reason for this story.
Yeah.
You may lose something, but if you're able to really hone in and zero in on what your priority is, you can survive this time. You have to just be very focused on what it is you want to be focusing on.
Because it's really easy to not be focused, especially with the Neptune retrograde.
Yeah. Even as I'm talking, I feel a little all over the place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the wobble. My brain feels a little wavy. Yeah.
Totally. It's hard to stay on one train of thought. So hopefully we're all in that together. We're kind of jumping around. That's the energy right now. Also, we're in Gemini time. The sun's in Gemini.
Right.
So that distracted element is already there, and that potential.
It's air. It's windy.
Very windy.
Blowing in the wind.
It's like San Francisco where we are right now.
Yeah.
San
Francisco is a Gemini.
It's a Gemini city, and there's lots of hills, lots of wind. It's very Vata. So we may be feeling a little all over the map, a little all over the place. So we need to extra ground, like you just did. She grounded herself on the floor and figured out a major problem. solution.
I was like, I gotta sit down for this.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I fixed it.
She did, and that was the key. Like, sit down and ground, and everything is possible.
Yeah.
So that's really the advice for this week.
Right, for this weekend, you don't have to get into all the parties, you don't have to get into everything, you can just chill and take it easy and go into your dreams maybe?
Go into your dreams,
Sleep.
get extra sleep, like movies, like just go into whatever your soul needs, like take care of your soul. Otherwise you get spaced out and things happen, like losing your purse or losing things or losing your head or, falling for something that you shouldn't be falling for. That's the negative side of Neptune,
Okay,
the deception. So you want to be very alert and very grounded so you don't get lost in the fog.
Great. So it looks like as we transition from Taurus into Gemini, Mercury is moving into its own sign. Yay, it's going back home.
Yeah.
And we should start to feel a little bit more sharp and agile and flexible, but there's a little bit of a transition period. Always transitions can always be a little wobbly.
Yes.
And then with the Neptune retro coming in too, really important to sleep and soul time. I think Neptune is like
space out time.
Yeah, Neptune is like the soul dreaming, just like being in the headphones.
Yeah, totally.
And like watching a movie and like being in your own
zoning
world.
out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Zoning out, but doing it consciously so that, try not to do
Always
it
consciously.
unconsciously. Yeah. You don't want to get lost in the fog that you didn't choose, you don't know where you are.
Yeah, exactly, just blindly. So, awesome. Yeah, well, thank you so much for giving us a little tips for this upcoming weekend and what to expect in the energy that's out there. We'll see you soon.